Hi, it's me. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut and assemble this photo collage pop-up card using a template that I created and linked down below. It includes pieces that make it really easy to glue all those photos that fly out towards you, along with the card and this envelope with a note card on the cover. I'll be showing you how to use the score file, the dash file, and of course assembly. This video is rather long, so please feel free to jump around if you need to. How to use the score file. In this video, I will be using Cricut Design Space to demonstrate. Please use a software compatible with your machine. Click Upload. Click Upload Image. You can either drag the file or browse for it. I will drag the file, and the file is called Photo Collage Card Scored. A preview image will appear. Click Continue. Another preview image will appear. Click Upload. When the file loads, it may be a little bit zoomed in like this. If it is, just go ahead and zoom out until all of the objects are in view. When all of the objects are in view, you'll notice that everything is grouped together. At this point, please ensure that the sizing is 24 inches by 12 inches to make sure you have the proper card size. If it is not, please adjust it to 24 by 12 inches using the tool up here. Now that we've resized it, let's ungroup the pieces and review what they are. This piece is the base card. And this piece, along with all the pieces that I'm clicking, make up the center mechanism that allow the photos to seemingly fly out at you when you open up the card. This is the pocket for the cover. And this is the note card that goes into the pocket. This piece is inner decor, and so is this piece. They're exactly the same. And then these three pieces right here are decoration for the cover. In this corner over here, we have a pair of gray and blue squares, and there will be 16 pairs of gray and blue, and these are the photos that kind of fly out at you when you are opening up the card, and it's also the photos that get glued onto the side. This file has lines that need to be converted to score lines, and we are going to do that now, starting with the base card. So click the base card. Open up the group that gets highlighted in the Layers panel. Select the vertical line and change its operation from Basic Cut to Score. Click on the group header, then click Attach. Click on this mechanism right here. Open up the group that gets highlighted in the Layers panel. Click on these lines that look like an asterisk. Change its operation from Basic Cut to Score. Then click the group header and click Attach. Select this card right here. Open up the group that gets highlighted in the Layers panel. Click on the horizontal line. Change its operation from Basic Cut to Score. Click the group header, then click Attach. Lastly, we're going to select this pocket. Open up the group. Click on the lines that look like U's, and then change its operation from Basic Cut to Score. Click on the group header, then click Attach. Now Cricut knows to score and cut these objects together. There should be 4 attached groupings, and that's all that we have to do here for now. So go ahead and click Make and follow the instructions on screen. How to use the dashed file. To demonstrate, I will be using Cricut Design Space. Please use the software compatible with your machine. Click Upload. Click Upload Image. You can either drag the file or browse for it. I'm going to drag the file, and it's called Photo Collage Card Dashed. A preview image will appear. Click Continue. Another preview image will appear. Click Upload. When the file loads, it may be zoomed in a little bit, so go ahead and zoom out until all of the objects are in view. You'll notice that everything is grouped together. At this point, confirm the sizing is 24 inches by 12 inches right up here. If it is not, please go ahead and adjust the sizing using this tool here. So now that we've resized it, let's ungroup the pieces and review what they are. This is the base card. This, and these two pieces here make up the middle mechanism that make the pictures fly out at you. This is a note card for a personal note. This is the pocket that goes on the cover, which houses that note. This piece is one of the inner panels of decor, and this is the other piece for the inner decor. These three pieces right here make up the cover decoration. In this corner, we have 16 pairs of gray and blue, and these pieces will be used to house any pictures that you wish to put inside. There should be 16 pairs of them included in this file. So I thought it'd be good to mention that this file contains dash lines instead of score lines. So there is nothing more to do here. It is actually ready to cut. So go ahead and click Make and follow the instructions on screen. How to assemble the card. Let's start by reviewing all the pieces. This is the base card. This is the right inner decor piece. And this is the left inner decor piece. They're exactly the same. This is the middle mechanism. And hanging off of that middle mechanism are two pieces that make up that mechanism. And then these little guys right here help support those pieces that hang off. Also part of the middle mechanism are these two funky shaped pieces. One of them goes here and one of them goes there, and those are the photos that fly out in the center. And these are the picture frames for your personal pictures that get spread all around. This is part of the cover decor, another part of the cover decor, and the last part of the cover decor. This is the envelope or the pocket, and this is the note card that goes in the pocket. So let's get started with the base card. So the base card looks like this. There's a vertical score and a horizontal score in the middle, which signifies the middle. So we're just going to fold this like we normally would any card, just fold it in half and press that crease down so it's nice and soft. When you're done folding, make sure that this line is in the middle. And it's helpful to put a little dot there because it'll help us a lot later. Now we're going to glue in the two inner decoration pieces, and you could use your favorite adhesive. I'm using Uhu glue. Now that those pieces have been glued down through the magic of editing, I'm going to flip the card over and then glue down the cover pieces. And the cover piece has three pieces to it. It has a large square, a medium square, and then a small square. All right, so now that those are glued down, the base card is prepped and ready to go for what's to come next. I'm going to set it to the side and start working on the twisty mechanism. There is a vertical line that's going to be folded into a mountain, two diagonal lines that are going to be valleys, and the center one is just for reference so you know where the middle of the mechanism is. We're going to start by folding this vertical line into a mountain fold. And in the video, you'll see that I am folding it back and forth, and that's because I want to make the crease nice and soft so that it will open and close properly. Not too soft to the point of ripping, but soft enough. Now we're going to move on to the diagonal lines, which will be folded into valley folds. And as I'm folding it, you'll notice that I swing it back and forth to make those creases nice and soft on both sides. But not too soft, just soft enough so that it'll bend easily. And when they do bend easily, it will fold in like this. And it looks like a tiny little airplane, and these pieces flare out in their natural shape. So now that we have folded this piece, that's going to open up like that, let's take this and set it to the side and bring in the two pieces that hang out here and here. So the two pieces look exactly the same, except for one of them will be flipped over. So this piece gets glued in like this, and then the other piece gets flipped over and glued in like that. And notice how it's pointing outwards and it's lined up with that diagonal. So once we figured out which direction they're going, we're going to grab these skinny little pieces and we are going to glue them right on top. And this acts as a nice support piece to the card. So I'm going to stick them here and then take glue or skinny tape and then stick them down. So I'm going to use glue because it's easier. So now that these pieces have been glued together, we are going to push this to the side and grab our base card. Now this little mechanism right here is going to get glued down first, and we are going to make sure that that square and the vertical lines all match up. So this vertical line will match up with the vertical line of the card, and then this horizontal line matches up with that dot that we put there earlier. So flip this piece over and we are going to mark some lines here. We want to make sure that we don't get glue in the very corner of it. I've noticed that the card rips if you do. So I am going to shade out the piece that I am going to put glue on and leave that one corner that's not shaded bare. You can go a little bit further down actually with that line and it'll still be fine. I've found that if you don't put glue anywhere there, your card's too floppy, but if you just fill it up a little bit more, it's more solid. So in my case, that's the corner that I'm not putting glue on, but everywhere where it's shaded is where I'm going to put glue. So let's go ahead and put glue in there. And if you accidentally put glue in that corner, your piece in the middle, like that flies out in the center, might run into the side of your card. So let's try really hard not to put glue in that corner that's not shaded. All right, so we're going to take this and stick it down, making sure that the vertical crease of the mechanism lines up with the vertical crease of the card, and then the horizontal crease lines up with the dot that we placed there earlier. And we're going to press this down. And once your glue sets, you should be able to close it like this. And then it'll twist on the inside, which is really good. So while this glue is setting, we're going to grab the two pieces that you see on the screen, this guy and the other guy, and we're going to glue it down. So this piece is going to go here and this piece is going to go there. And we are going to place glue on it so that it will stick. So now I am using Barely Arts glue just because I like the skinny tip. And I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put glue right over here on that little stick piece. Then I'm going to put glue on this little corner right there. Now I'm going to stick it in, and it is in the center of that small diagonal line. And I'm just going to press it in a little bit and get it to stick. And then I'm going to close the card while it's still setting and make sure that it's not sticking out. It may shift a little bit, but that's okay. We just want to make sure that it's not sticking out. So there's that, and we're going to repeat the process on the other side. So flip it over, put a little glue on the stick, and then put a little bit of glue in this corner right here. And then stick it in the center of that short diagonal line. So now while it's still setting, close your card a little bit, and make sure that everything is hidden in the card. So see, now we know it's hidden in the card and we are good to go. There you go. Nice. So now we're going to move on to the piece that gets glued in the center. So these pieces right here hook together using those little slits. So we're going to hook them together, and you'll see that the part that we didn't glue lifts up from the page, and that's good. We want it to lift up from the card. So there's that, and then everything should close nicely. All right, now press it down. There you go. See, it's kind of lifting, and that's what we want so that the centerpiece doesn't hit the side of the card. Okay, so now we're going to glue on those pieces, and let's take a look at them first. So there's two pieces that look alike, but they're very different. One of them is a little bit wider. It has a hole that's a little bit wider, and that goes on the bottom. So we're going to take that and then flip it over. And then the other piece where it's smaller goes on the top. So it'll get glued here, and this piece will get glued here. And the piece to the left is a little bit lower. And then on the top piece, the square on the right's a little bit higher. So go ahead and put glue on these two little tabs in the center. And then now we're going to stick it down. And in case you missed it, this piece has the smaller cutout in the center and the square on the right's higher. And this one has the wider piece cut out in the middle, and the square on the bottom left is lower. So there you go. And if everything is done correctly at this point, we should be able to close the card and it won't hit the sides. Ta-da! Now you have a pop-up card. After you've done that, the hardest part of the card is done. Because now we know that all those little squares is where we're going to glue the little picture frames. So these are the picture frames, and the gray piece is going to get glued onto the blue piece, or the smaller piece is going to get glued onto the larger piece. And I'm going to edit the video. Boom. So now they're all glued together. So once these are all glued together, the next step of the card is to glue them where they belong inside the card, which is really easy because there are squares that you can follow to line up each one of those little picture frames. I am going to use glue to glue all of these down. So on this piece right here, I am just going to stick down the square, and I'm going to line it up with the square outline, match up all the corners, and then stick it down. So this could either go on the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter. And then this piece is going to do the same where I am lining up all the corners. See, it's really, really easy because where you place them is already there. So I'm just going to continue on and glue down all these picture frames. Next, in the center, I like to glue it so that I glue the corners first and then the center picture last. So here are the first corner, or this is the first corner, and then this is the second corner, matching up all those corners, and then here is the center picture frame. Very, very straightforward, right? Next, we have the frames that go underneath that, and I am going to put them on. So here's one picture, two picture, and then there's three picture. All right, and then that's it. So now that we have glued in all of these center pieces, it's time to place the 6 photos that get glued onto the inside sides of the cards. And it was designed to have 3 on each side, and you can basically glue them anywhere you want. I like to glue them like this, the way it's shown on the screen, but you can do it however you want. I like the little angled look just because it makes it look a little bit messy but organized at the same time, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to take glue, boop, and then glue them down so that it's all done. So now we have a photo collage pop-up card that you put together, and it's really, really cool. But we're not done yet. We still have one more piece if you choose to use it, which is the easiest part of the card, or maybe the second easiest part of the card, where you are going to fold the note card and the little pocket. So we're going to fold the note card in half. So now it's like a mini card in a card. And then we are going to proceed and fold the little pocket along those lines. And all of these basically get folded towards you like this and like this. So just go around the little pocket and fold all of these pieces towards you. And then once you're done, it will be time to apply the glue. And these are little glue tabs that you see. And we're just going to put glue here, here, and here. And again, that's here, here, and here. So now that we have glue on those tabs, you just stick it down to the middle of the card, cover, and then you can use any kind of tool you want to help press it down. I found that this boning tool or any type of boning tool that fits in that little gap is a really great way to press down those glue tabs. So I just wanted to mention that as a good tip. And now we're done. So we have our card with the little pocket and the little note card. So you're done. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can also comment down below and I will respond back to you. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.